The authority, passionate, magnetic, alpha, commanding, influencing, inspiring, persistent, positive, driven, successful. This is who we are as pros.
This is Turning Pro Academy, your number one resource for creating the business, lifestyle, and freedom you want. Learn to build an epic life with the no BS, proven online business mastery. The real world advice and strategies used by the world's best so that you can live your dream.
Welcome to the Turning Pro Academy. I'm your host and your coach, Chris Dufey, and I'm very thankful for you being here, and I'm pretty excited to get into this one with you. This is a solo session. I've been getting hounded by you, the listeners, and in a very good way. So I love it, and I thank you for that, with questions on Facebook and Facebook ads. The how, what, why, and everything in between is what this episode is going to be about. So it's time to pull back the curtain and show back what's working, how to go about it, and to get the best results from you installing it into your business and doing it the right way, especially in the fitness world where this platform is what you want to be using. And definitely a part of your entire social media plan, a part of your ultimate marketing plan that we've talked about before. But do it wrong and you will blow a ton of cash and probably hurt your branding as well. What you take away from today's episode, I know, will have you more confident, in charge, and taking the right action. So strap yourself in, because this episode is chock full of greatness. And as a thanks for plugging me in between your ears and for you joining the Turning Pro Academy team, I want you to pay the love forward. Introduce one person into getting subscribed and to tuning into the podcast so they can get their teeth into the action and get the results for themselves, and you will be looking like the rock star. But you can also put a smile on my dial and go for me to throw you a virtual high five and even shout you out to the hundreds of thousands as the best compliment you can give me is leaving an iTunes review right now on your phone. If you're doing some cardio, if you're cooking, if you're shopping, if you're driving, pull on over for safety reasons, because leaving an iTunes review is what I want from you. And if you're loving it, then a 5-star review is what I want, but give me that honest feedback. And I want to say a huge thank you to Tiger Lily 007, which has got right here an iTunes 5-star review. It says, one of the best. This podcast is a must listen for you looking to further educate yourself and learn the new protocols and techniques, better, faster, easier results. Tiger Lily 007, phenomenal name, but a big tip of the cap, a huge thank you, and I'm throwing you a virtual fist bump. Thank you so much. One, for taking the time, but really two, for the kind words. It's always great to be able to hear back that you're taking in all this content that I'm putting the effort into giving out. So absolutely massive thank you. And you can give me this massive smile that I've got going on my face by throwing an iTunes review as well. Make sure you give me that feedback. But are you wanting to burn fat, build and transform your body? Then you will need to get on over to the Fit Body Pro podcast over at fitbodypro.com. This is my other podcast. This is the physique, the fitness, the fat loss, the diet, the nutrition, the muscle, insights, the advanced, proven strategies, plans, advice, everything to shaping the body that you want and doing it the right way and putting your health in the front seat. I've gotten gluttonous. I've got 2 podcasts, but that is where I'm giving the absolute insights and advice for the fitness and physique world over at Fit Body Pro. So get on that. But if you're really looking for, and I know that why you're here right now with me, plugging me in between your ears, you're going to want to head on over to turningproacademy.com so you can get the show notes and links from this episode and every other episode. And as a big thank you, and you better get on over to it, I'm giving away the online workshops that are the insights from the 6-figure PT program. So you can use it, abuse it, put it to the test, see the results for yourself. I'm giving the insights and workshops on how to double your income, how to double your clients, and also how to build your business the way you want, how to build a 6-figure fitness business, whether it's online, whether it's in person. Look, do it. It's free. I'm giving it for you. Get on over there. So first up, let's open up the curtain to what a lot of people just don't know about or have an inkling, some kind of idea, but not sure how it actually works. AirDrink is the unofficial name for Facebook's sorting algorithm, our affinity. It's time to geek out a little bit with me, so just hang on in. This is how your interactions with your content type go down. The weight of your post, the time that it was put up, multiple factors that has been made so you see what you want to see on your Facebook feed, and that goes for everybody else. Now, the numbers I've heard is that about 15 to 16% of your fans will organically see your posts. So it's not a lot. And that's why Facebook ads can be so powerful. It is a pay to play scenario, and there's nothing wrong with that, because if you play it right, it's going to work for you. And this is why I want to give you this episode. So firstly, you have to be interesting with your content, with your posts that you're putting up. Facebook's job is to make its user experience as good as possible. So if you're putting stuff up that people don't like, Facebook's not going to help you get out there. And that's why it's looking for the likes, the engagement, the comments, the shares, all these things that show Facebook that if you're doing this with your content, then it's good stuff. So this is what you want to go about. Facebook watches you as the user and how you engage with certain content, if you engage with it. And the more you do, the more you will see coming from that brand. That's why if you suddenly start liking, or you're throwing a comment down or something on a certain brand's piece of content on one of their posts, they're going to be coming to you more often. And if you keep doing it, it's going to keep on coming to you, because Facebook's picking up and saying, right, this person is interested, and you want your target market to be doing that with you. And then say, this is the difference, say, with Twitter, because if you're not there when that tweet goes up, tweet, then you miss it, because there's only so far that you're going to be scrolling back. Consumption is a part of how people are going to be engaging with your content. And as a publisher, it's very important. This would be you being able to really harness the power of content marketing, because this would be something like link clicks. Geez, say that 10 times fast. But this is the importance of where it's at. This is where you're going to want people to be engaging. If you're throwing down links in your posts, you want people clicking on that. You want to be able to drive. This is a side tangent, but this is why the power of actually using the right copy, that right sales messaging, the right wording to be able to get people to do what you want to do with it. So a major focus is to get your fans to act with your page. Calls to actions like click if you like this, or if you agree, then click like, or anything that's going to get them to be able to engage in any sorts of things. You see it all the time, but you don't want to overdo it. I certainly wouldn't be doing it every post. If Facebook sees that nobody's liking or engaging with you, your content and your material, it's going to think it's crap. And by all means, it probably is. So Facebook isn't going to actually help push that out there. So let's talk about the whole big picture goal now with what you're going to want to be doing. And this is what you want to get out of it. Is it just getting more fans? I would say no. A focus for me in my fitness businesses is building the email list, but also building the audience with social media and having the right plan. So they're actually going to be working together. One part that comes into this play is posting at different times to hit different parts of the market. Say with myself, my audience is heavily through Australia, the US, the UK, and even Europe and the Middle East. So the time differences are all over the place. So it's choosing a few key times to post that will get the most engagement. Now, this isn't hard to think about. Let's just say, for example, the target is for Sydney, as the most popular times are around 8 to 9 p.m. with the peak engagement for most places. This doesn't mean that you just want to post at that time, but it's likely that you will want to be using that. So just to take in consideration, then London would be 9 hours behind, New York would be 14 hours behind, and Dubai 6 hours behind from Sydney. So how does that match up to where people will see these? Are they sleeping? So they're never going to see it. And it's a couple of quick questions so you can start having a foundation of what is when you're going to post. And this also goes into the importance of creating a publishing calendar. If you really want to turn pro and do this the right way, Just like myself and with my clients, I've used them to use an editorial calendar with setting up what content has to be created, by who's going to create it, the target of what that content is going to be, the topics of it, and all those details. And then it's about when it's getting launched, how it's being syndicated and best used. I recommend you set this up for you in your publishing calendar so you know how to get the biggest bang for your buck with your content marketing. And those last couple of points is about you getting the biggest bang for your buck organically out of creating your posts and you're increasing your engagements. But then it's really the power is when you start lighting it up, adding that jet fuel, that is the Facebook ads. Obviously, with a caveat, doing it right. So Facebook is a constantly changing with its platform and advertising. So this is a snapshot of what's going on. Using Facebook ads in conjunction with everything else and really being top of mind to drive those relevant sales and build that email marketing is really where it's at. This is the factor of boosting posts that promotes a post is not really something I recommend. You know, if you throw that post up on your fan page, there's that little button saying boost post. I don't recommend you actually use that. If you're thinking you want to be a bit more savvy, a bit more of an advanced marketer, you have no control over the aspects of the ad, the targeting, the location, and all these powerful aspects that really makes Facebook ads so important for you to use. So we want to go a little bit more advanced, and here we go with it. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back in a split with so much more for you. Now, I know you're listening and tuning in because you know how important your health is and how this can also catapult your business. This is why I'm very happy to say that this podcast is sponsored by My Body Blends and my favorite, the superfood elixir, the powerful greens drink. Now, this is designed specially to boost energy, aids detoxification, enhances the ability to burn fat, supports healthy carbohydrate metabolism, and best of all, is voted best tasting greens drink. Now, myself and the My Body Blends team are looking for ambassadors to join. So you and your clients get the health benefits plus adding in a strong income stream for you and your business. The ambassador program, which is by application only, means you get exclusive access to sell My Body Blends products like Superfood Elixir to your clients, plus giving you the special ambassador pricing and bonuses. So once you become an ambassador, you can join the other top health and fitness players that are adding thousands to their week's income. Now, there is only a limited number of ambassadors we are taking on board, as this is a tribe leading the way together. So to apply and to join, go to mybodyblend.com/ambassador or add the checkout code that is Turning Pro, all one word, when you're going to get your own superfood elixir to order. Plus, you're going to get free shipping and a bonus to save yourself over $250 instantly. So just use that coupon code Turning Pro in the checkout and you can save over $250 right now, all on mybodyblend.com. One great thing that you want to be using is custom audiences. This can be the Facebook's UIDs and emails, so you can target ads just to those people. And this is so important. Strap yourself in here. As I've been able to go through, these are going to be some three main pillars you're going to really want to rock out with: the message, the media, and the person. This is where your marketing really starts to come together. You need to nail those three: the message, the media, and the right person. So this is getting the exact right person and not just splaying it right out when we start using these custom Facebook audiences. Now, I want this to be highly practical. This isn't just a theory spiel. So with custom audiences and to use it with your targeting of Facebook ads, I want to cover the top 4 for what I think right now you should be putting into play with your marketing. Now, the other critical insight that is making it so powerful is being able to have that right message to the right people, and it then having them in that certain understanding of where they are in that buying cycle. Let's say, for example, you would not, or I would recommend you not, drive ads or offers to buy to say your supplements or online personal training or any buying offer at all to someone that doesn't know who you are. You wouldn't just randomly throw that ad up to someone that you know doesn't know you. And the aim here is to create different ads to step people through showcasing you as the authority, developing the relationship whereby you're giving value, and then you can have it making sales, turning them into clients down the track and by using multiple means. Now, don't get me wrong. It can get a little tricky. And when you first delve into it, you can either get scared and go running for the hills or do what I did and just make it way too complicated and overthink the situation. So this is the why I want to break it down into the easy for you so you can bite off and use it steps in this episode. First off, I think it's best to go for a broad stroke, any visit to of your site, custom audience. If you're going to be doing the job right, if you're driving a decent flow of traffic to your website, then you can have a strong amount of people on this website visitors list. This is where I would make in my marketing plan for you to use this showcase and that powerful content that you're creating. Use it to build that know, like, and trust factor with this. When creating a website custom audience, you can choose to include only those who have visited a specific page of your website. While this will offer me a small audience that you're creating, this will be the most relevant and powerful option. Let's say, for example, you're selling supplements and the actual statistics and numbers for the abandoned cart is huge. This is when someone has decided to buy, they click buy, they've gone to the checkout, and on the very last step, they've bailed, they've gotten cold feet, or they've gone off to do something else. Now, I can create an abandoned shopping cart ad targeting those people who have visited that page of a product but did not complete the purchase. Since I know my target audience made it this far, I can craft my copy, my words for that ad very specific and accordingly. They don't need to be reintroduced to that product. They don't need to be reintroduced to you and your brand, but rather push towards completing that purchase. You can see now that if you jumped out from buying a supplement, it could have been intentional, like getting cold feet, or it could have been unintentional, like you had to go pick up the kids from school and you just had to bail out. If you then had ads coming to you saying, hey, I know you like this, I know you nearly bought it, don't forget it, and I'm giving you an ultra specific special to do so. There's just so many options you can go by. And I hope you can now open your eyes into seeing the power of what's going on right now with Facebook ads and what you can do. Another way we can delve into this, and this is a big reason why I wanted to do this episode for you, was not because of just showcasing and opening up the possibility and the power of doing Facebook ads right. It's that the complete marketing strategy. It all starts to come together. This is where you can upload your email list to Facebook. Facebook will match those emails to the user, and then you have a targeted list of Facebook that is also from your email list. Now, not all the emails will link up to a match Facebook user, so don't expect the full number to transfer straight across, but it can be done super easy. Firstly, using your entire email list. This, again, is the first step, but it's even a step further with it being targeted. Now, I know I can send an email out to my list and then also back it up with a targeted ad that has the same offer. So if they are seeing it in their inbox and then they're seeing it in their Facebook feed, as they are in that buying and that customer psychology goes, people need to see you, that product, that brand numerous times. And this is the big deciding factor of if you want to use this, because if you know people need to see that buying offer multiple times to actually make that decision, and you're hitting them from multiple different angles, and it's being very specific, you know that they want that, you know that they're interested in it, and you're able to deliver the right message. This is when someone can be on your email list for years, following your stuff, then all of a sudden come on as a client and customer. This is the beauty of using all these methods together and having the power really compound together. you then have the segmentation of your list. And as I've spoken about in other podcasts and videos on the turningproacademy.com, the power is in your email list. It's really opened up for you being able to segment, which I highly recommend you do. People can be coming in to you for different reasons. They've got different problems. There's different solutions needed for them. And ideally, a different marketing message and offer is needed to be effective to go towards them. So let's say, for example, I created a specific Facebook audience just from the people that are tagged in my email list that are men that have shown interest in building muscle. This then differentiates them from everyone else on my list, from all the ladies and all the guys that might just be worried on fat loss or performance-wise. So you get the big picture. And I want to keep things simple here so you can really grasp that content. So the men in this muscle audience, I can create specific Facebook audience to then drive the right ads. I can then drive those targeted ads that might further promote other content I've just used for those people, and then other offers and programs. Just say, for example, it could be then driving them onto the Men's Physique 12-week transformation program that I've got on the fitbodypro.com membership. And this is a real life example, so you know that this is working. Again, you start to see how powerful this starts to come together, the different options. I'm getting super specific. It could be the offer or an article, video, podcast episode, product, service, or program to sell just to the people that want it. If I advertise the Men's Physique program to any ladies, it's going to be a complete waste of money, as it's just going to be flicking straight past their feed, and rightly so, because they would never be interested. But then there is a look-alike audience that you can create, which is a great next step for you. From the audiences that you've created in your Facebook ad account, you can then create a Facebook look-alike audience. This is where getting into deep details of all the different types of the psychographics, the demographics, all that mumbo jumbo of the people that have created and a part of that audience you've initially made. Now, I'm not going to go in depth here, as this episode is more of a 101 to Facebook ads, and there is an upcoming advanced ninja version with some insights that are being used with my 6-figure and Pro Circle members. But you can see from this lookalike audience that what Facebook will do is will match all those psychographics, demographics, all those details I just mentioned, and create another audience of people that match that. And it will be a large amount of people as well. So then this is a perfect opportunity for you to go to that audience, to that group of people, and start creating that know, like, and trust factor. Get them back on board, which easily leads to them getting on your email list, building your following, building your fan base, and then being able to build your clients, customers, and sales. So I think it's actually important here to take a bit of a sidestep. The question you're going to be asking yourself is, you are wearing your marketing hat for your business right now, and you ask, right, how much did we spend on that campaign? How much revenue did we bring in? So ultimately the question comes down to, what was that ROI, that return on investment? This is a bloody important thing to be doing. If you're not running this question of what is my ROI through your head, you have no idea if it works, what to change, how to make it better. And then there's one variable to this bad boy that is actually stepping away from the immediate view of the results and looking at what the long-term results can be from bringing about. And this goes a little bit different. Absolutely. If you're running an ad that just goes towards trying to get sales, you need that ROI factor. But is that the best question you need to be asking yourself? Is that the best method that you need to be using? And this is where I want to open your eyes to as well. I find this super important, especially for a trainer, a coach, a professional, publishing content, creating that authority for themselves and their brand in their market. And say, for example, driving traffic to an epic blog post that you've written, and you won't necessarily have it lead to direct opt-ins on your list or sales. This is where Gary Vaynerchuk's view, and he's a genius, a man mountain at content creation and social media success. This is about giving and then taking. The way Gary V puts it is, think of it like the title of his book, Jab, 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 Right Hook, which boils down to give, 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 then ask. This is stepping up and understanding that you have to deliver great value constantly and consistently, then step up and make the offer to them. So ads don't have to be focused just on building that email list or creating sales all the time. When understanding this and then utilizing it for your marketing, you are going to be hitting the nail on the head in my eyes, because you're developing an audience of people that have put their hand up firstly and said, yes, I'm interested. I'm interested in what you're doing. You can then continue to give value to these specific people and then have it lead into them coming onto your list, where again, you continue that funnel and then have clients and customers. Booyah. So again, I'll cover these bullets as I've got here. It's so important for you. Looking long-term, and a great foundation investment for your business is getting that audience interested and driving them back to your website, which is just one reason why I say your website for an online and or an in-person business is such an important foundation to have. You then build that trust and authority. You can easily offer them the right pieces of value in return for their email address and build your list, and then make sales as well straight off the bat. So, I think it's really time for you to be able to have an effective means of using Facebook that is going to work for you. The first step is to drive people back to your website. Create engagement with your content. This is crucial, as I touched upon this before, about building that list, that trust and authority with your market. So it's needed for you to have that sort of head and shoulders of yourself and your business and your brand above all your competition. Then engaging with the content is also so important. Also, what happens if this goes back to what I was talking about at the start, was having the increased engagement and scores with your audience means content will go out to more people. It means you are going to be paying less for your ads, and organically more people are going to be using it. And Facebook's not going to say, hey, your content's rubbish, we're not going to help you push it out. And then once you've got a base of people, building that trust factor that's so important, you can be using it to drive your opt-ins for your email list. Build your list, build your following, build your fans, and then have it lead on to clients, customers, and sales. I've talked about the importance of your email list before, and I don't think it's even about getting into which one is better, email list or social media following. Even though I believe it is the email list that wins, what I think is even better is using both. I would target these ads to your own Facebook fans, your website visitors, and your specific page visitors. For myself and with my fitness business, I first started breaking that offer by being able to go into that male and female. I have them segmented, those different audiences, into male and female. Then I can give a very direct, very specific offer and value and a proposition for them that's going to increase the conversions. I'm not offering something to someone that they really wouldn't want. So you can see the absolute simplicity of this all. You're giving people what they want. And just by doing that, you're not being a douchebag. You're using that non-douchery marketing and sales tactics. It's not even really tactics in the day. This is just doing what the absolute simplicities of business is. You're giving people what they want. You're stepping up and delivering value. And that is where it's important. If you're doing this constantly and then you're using the power of Facebook ads to do this, to really light the fire to it, to really add that jet fuel, absolutely the power is going to be going. And I completely understand. And I really congratulate you. I'm throwing you a virtual fist bump right now because I absolutely geeked out right then. I had a couple of bullet points I knew I wanted to run through with you, and it's been nearly 30 minutes of me going through this. I know it's hot to trot this stuff. I know you could be confused. I know there's going to be more questions for you, and that's exactly why I want you to get on over to turningproacademy.com. Get in touch with me. Ask more questions. As I said, there's an upcoming episode that is the Advanced Ninja Tactics. I'm going to be giving insights into what's working and what's being used in the six-figure PT program, plus the Pro Circle members are using as well. And I want to answer everything that you have. I know this is going to be opening up very, very important Pandora's box that can explode your business, but at the same time, not blow your cash. So get in contact with me right now. Jump on my Facebook. It's facebook.com/fat loss specialist or turningproacademy.com don't hesitate. Don't twiddle your thumbs. If you've got the questions, you've got to ask, because I'm going to be answering the most asked for questions, and I'm going to be making sure that the important ones also get answered as well. I'm looking forward to hearing from you very soon, and we keep building and conquering that business world with you.
If you want to become the go-to, the leader, and the authority in your business, and you want a constant flow of new clients and sales all day, every day, go right now to turningproacademy.com. No more hype, BS, or wasted time. This is all real-world advice and strategies that the world's best use to 10x their businesses, generate more money, and get back their time. We'll see you next time on Turning Pro Academy.